Criden-Clark. I'm in my senior year here at USM, and I am the co-costume designer for Little Women the Musical. This is Meg March's ball gown for the ball, which I have handmade. We really wanted the ball gowns to feel very fitting for the characters and also just like beautiful. Of course, it's a ball. And Meg, as a character, feels like she really wants to fit into society and she really wants to be a part of the club. And we wanted her dress to feel just to match all of that energy and opposing it with Joe's dress that feels a little more like she's uncomfortable and she doesn't really want to be there. And we also wanted to push some of the historical accuracy of this time. It has a lot of very beautiful silhouettes, so we really wanted to push that, and also to challenge ourselves to create a historically accurate gown using a pattern from the time. This is a book that Kevin Hutchins owns by Nora Woe. It's The Cut of Women's Clothing, and it has all of these beautiful gowns from different time periods that she has, I guess they're more on the side, recreated the patterns for. This is the one that I used for this dress. It is based off a dress that is currently in a museum in London. It's the pattern, but you have to create it yourself. You get a scaled, drawing on the side of each page, and you have to take this piece, you make a copy of the page, and then you take the piece and you scale it up, which I did, and I turned it into these pieces, which are exactly the same as on that paper, just bigger. I created a mock-up using muslin just to see if I could figure out how to do it, basically, because it does not give you step-by-step process. I made the bodice, and then there's all these really crazy intense curves on it, so we tried it on the actress to see how well it fit her and what we needed to change, and we found we needed to make it a little smaller, so I could, for my next attempt, I would take that part off and added these darts into the sides to fit a little bit better. And then I just went for it on our final fabric over here, and it turned into this. And we definitely had some challenges switching from muslin to a silk, one of which being that it just like shreds itself on the ends once you cut it, and then you're obviously losing the size of your piece very quickly. So I had to brave the serger, which is a very scary machine that I feel confident using now, to make sure that the edges wouldn't fray. I've learned so much, truly, one of which being confidence in using a serger. Did not have that before starting this. My biggest lesson I've learned through all 4 years, but specifically in doing this project, is like slowing down to really think out each step will just give you a better garment in the end. And that's something when I came into this program was not doing. I really didn't like trying to figure things out until I was already in the middle of doing it, which makes for a very rough looking piece if you really don't take the time. So I really wanted to be patient with this, and I asked a million questions and I clarified everything just because I didn't want to mess it up, and I think I did a good job because of that. I made the bodice twice almost, or the front half of the bodice I made twice because I tried to start sewing it together and it just kept falling apart in my hands really, and it was really difficult. And then I realized I could serge it, and that's what happened. The skirt itself is, I believe, 20 feet. The waist, which you can't tell, is 20 feet wide, and I have been able to pleat it into much smaller than 20 feet. And that was very hard. There's a lot of fabric to work with. I had to have somebody holding the skirt while I was sewing it together, just because of the sheer weight of it. We got the fabric. Kevin got the fabric from Martin's, which is one of our favorite places to go. We also got The other very important fabric for this show that I don't know if I can share.
Let that be a surprise.
We like to shop for items. The biggest thing that we did was we are not putting a lace back into this, we're just putting a zipper, which did not exist at the time that we were basing this story in. For ease of actress and comfort and also speed, we're just putting in a zipper so that it can just come on and off on my end, like a little thing that I'm not worrying too much about smaller mistakes if there are any, because I know it's only being seen from a stage. It's not being more up close in a real ball scenario, so I'm trying to worry less about smaller details. I've really focused heavily in the last 4 years on the technical aspects of costuming and not the building aspects of costuming, so I feel like it's been a very fun and challenging experience too. And it also built my confidence in the sense that like I knew how to do this, and it's just been proven to me that I could do it, and I think I have all of those skills because of the last 4 years, and it's a really fun